Welcome to the Memberships Mastermind podcast, the podcast that helps you create a profitable membership that serves you and your family.
Hi, we're Paul and Melissa Pruitt, and we help online entrepreneurs build, launch, and grow their memberships.
Each month, we host 2 live Memberships Mastermind Zoom calls where we coach and collaborate with other membership site owners all over the world. On each podcast episode, we bring you one question that the mastermind worked through. You'll get ideas and strategies that you can start implementing right away.
So if you're ready to fill in the gaps in your business, decrease overwhelm, and finally get all the answers on your membership that you've been looking for, let's dive in.
Welcome to the Memberships Mastermind podcast. All right, so let's hop over to Cricket.
Okay, so my question is, I had a webinar into a course into a membership that was getting launched around a conference where I had access to 800 people. Needless to say, that conference didn't happen. And then it went virtual, and so it got pushed back. So I pushed back the dates. Well, it has now been canceled altogether. So now I'm left with, my question becomes, rather than doing the course into the membership, should I launch the membership and make the first 6 to 8 weeks what would have been the course? Or should I keep them separate and just delay launching the membership?
See some heads bobbing. Does anybody want to contribute?
Share very quickly, Cricket, that I launched a membership and soon realized after 8 weeks of content that I have my course in those first 8 weeks. So kind of opposite of what you're suggesting, but it just came to be that I have that course content that I would want. My membership going forward will encourage people to take that course so we're all on the same page.
Yeah, because there's a definite price point difference when you do it a different way. So,
Does anybody else have experience, front end, back end, course membership?
I would say, and I don't know how well it's working, Suzanne here, I have an 8-module course. I'm thinking about signing them up for my membership with the 8-module course living inside the membership. But that's part of what my question is where do I put it? Do I put it before or do I put it inside? But also you have this 800 people. I don't know how much access you have to that.
well, I'm not going to have access to them now. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it's just going to be open.
I've still got access to a pretty good group, and I'm getting kind of published on a list that goes out to, like, who it goes out to versus how many read it is a totally different subject, but it's like over 50,000 people get this email, get this newsletter. Who actually is going to look at it, it's a different story. But yeah, so the access point has changed, whereas at the conference, I do speed coaching for them, and I would have had access up front to a lot of people plus word of mouth.
Is this conference willing to do a email for you?
Well, they're doing, not with a pitch, they're doing a 5-minute, like they're going to be promoting me now, not until November, because they're doing a 3-day online, but it's not including all the rest of us anymore. It's just a COVID mess. There's just nothing I can do about it, you know? And I'm just like, I don't want to keep, I'm at the point I don't want to keep waiting because things are going to keep changing. So I've just got to take control of this and figure it out.
Yeah.
So what's your price point of the membership versus the course?
The membership is going to launch at $97 a month. The course was going to launch at $497, and then from there go up to $997.
Okay.
But just to get the people in it and, you know, the buzz and the beta feedback and all that kind of stuff, I was going to do it at half price.
Are you warmed up to these people at all? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been kind of seeding and hinting this all summer, popping into different meetings around the country and doing the kind of, this is what I'm thinking about doing. If I was doing this, what would you want included in it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's good.
So
is there a reason why you're hesitating on leading with the course then?
I just feel like, I don't know. I just was like, why couldn't the first 8 weeks of the membership be the course kind of a thing? And the only reason really is the price point. I could always separate it out after. I don't know. That's what I just need to make a decision. And obviously I'm not doing it on my own. So. And
okay, so if you're going to bring, because we have to just look at this from an offer standpoint, you know, it's like how you're structuring this. So it's like, if you're even really technically in the membership in the first 8 weeks delivering the course content, are you basically saying that these people are getting the course for $200 instead?
Well, that's what I was saying. It's almost like they're getting it for free and they're just paying for the membership. And I don't want to devalue the course.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you want to?
The flip side of that is if I got 100 people versus 10 people, you know, so
But the question I do have for you that I'll challenge you a little bit in a positive way is that,
No, definitely.
yeah, do we think that we're appealing to a different person that's going to commit themselves to $100 a month membership versus a $500 one-time fee course?
I don't know.
Or is this person really the same person? Because financially, like the financial decision is in a way in a similar range, because $100 a month membership in a couple months is going to equal that. It's going to feel the same, to a lot of people financially, because it's not like it's a $2,000 course and a $100 a month membership. Like there's a huge divide there.
Yeah.
Where they would have to be a member for 2 years in order to equal the investment of that one-time purchase.
That's why I was going to launch it at $9.97, and I thought because it's the first time and I want to get the feedback and the testimonials and kind of all the energy up around it, that's why I thought I would do it for $4.97 for this first group. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You okay with my?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Personally, I would do the course as an offer. Now you had to have whatever mechanism right before it. Okay, so you had to have a launch right before it. Mm-hmm. This is the psychology behind. So what I would do is a $4.97 one-time fee course. That's 8 weeks. That's what it is? Is it basically lay out over 8 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I could cram it into 6 weeks and make it more of like a boot camp, but
okay. So, but this is the thing: is that I would also offer it for a 2-pay option at $250, ish, or a 3-pay or whatever at $1 whatever. Okay. Now, there's a side reason for this. It'll make it more appealing for those that are on the fence as far as the monthly commitment. Mm-hmm. But what you also did is you just set up a bunch of people that are willing to give you more than $100 a month when you have on the back end something that is $100 a month. Mm-hmm. So you indoctrinate them in the course, and those that can't afford the $500 up front might give you $200 a month. And then on the back end, when you make your offer, how unlike no-brainer is it?
Well, that's why I did the 97. I wanted this to be a complete no-brainer for people.
Yeah. So think about it. If a portion of those people came through paying $200 a month or whatever more for the first couple of months, that you then were like, hey, at the end of the 6 weeks or the end of the 8 weeks, you introduce them into going forward for basically half the money that they've been paying the last couple of months. That they can move forward in the membership. Like for most of us, we'd be like, oh my goodness, this is like, I've been paying a payment plan of $200 a month the last couple of months. Like this is no brainer. I want to keep doing this because I want contact with you and I'm able to save half the amount of money I'd spend anyway. Or, you know what I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah.
It flows so easy, because you're conditioning them to already pay the monthly payment and then they're actually going to pay less to continue to get coached from you after you indoctrinated them on the one-time purchase. I'm just wondering, like the numbers aren't exact because you need to make it so they're not overlapping payment. So that would be my only concern.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want is them to have 2 payment plans at the same time. I'm still paying this course off while I'm now acquiring another payment on top of that for the membership. So like however it was set up, I would just make the transition. But you could probably flow people right in. And what you do is you eliminate the condition, the objection. We just did this with adaptive. Like I know it was a $1,000 course. We were only doing a challenge. So it's like, I didn't have this huge runway to say like, hey, I'm going to pitch you into a $1,000 course at the end of this. So I purposely created 2 different pay plans. So here's the interesting thing. I had as $1,000 and I didn't even ask for anything extra. It was $1,000. Then there was a 2 pay plan, which was $250 each. And then there was a 4 pay or 5? I forget. I'll take
4 pay.
Okay.
4 pay and 2 pay at 500.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody took the 2 pay. Because if you can afford 500, you can afford 1,000.
Yeah.
Nobody took out of 57 people, it was almost 50-50 split on the payment plan otherwise. So I just want you to think about it. So that like at the end of 8 weeks, I eliminated the objection of people that needed the payment. Now we just have, our Dream 100, which is several hundred above that a month. So what is though, is that I very easily, if you think about it, just by design, if people are on a 4 pay plan and they pay $250, And then suddenly they had an offer of $100 a month after that.
You're like, oh,
Like they're already conditioned. They were paying $250
Yeah.
a month.
It's a good
after that.
idea.
I might just give those people the first month and a half, like while they're paying the $250, like get them into the membership, like transition them automatically so that they are salivating, like they can't live without it. They get used to the community and everything. So they would FOMO at the end. Like, here's the cool thing is at the end of your payment plan, it actually goes down to $97 a month versus the $250 you've been paying.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Like, oh, that's like, you just naturally, people would want to stay with it. That's just I just think weird. I'm sorry.
No, I think it makes sense. And Doreen, they are sending out a video for me, but it's not till November 6th. So no, that was great. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And perfectly timed. I'm glad I could make it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you-
Good. Excellent. If you enjoyed this podcast, then join us on our free live Zoom calls twice a month. You'll get to ask your membership questions and hang out with awesome membership owner peeps. Just sign up to be notified at membershipsmastermind.com.